What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mahoma. I'm a fitness coach. I help skinny guys build muscle and boost their confidence without no bias. Listen, the fitness industry is full of bias. Everyone got different methods. New supplements are coming up every time, and everyone like to talk about the new secret. So when you're getting started on a journey to build muscle, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. You are doing everything and still struggling to build muscle. So the goal for this video is very simple. I'm going to give you the 4 mindset shifts and strategies that you can implement today and start building muscle and see progress than 99% of the people that go to the gym every single day. I'm talking about guys like you who have been lifting for years but still struggle to get results. You still look skinny, soft, and no result at all. So now let's get started. The number one thing I like to talk about is discipline over motivation. Look, motivation is cool. It's fun to feel fire up and feel ready that you want to go to the gym and kill it. But motivation, you can't rely on it. Motivation always comes and goes. Most people think I'm always motivated to go to the gym, and that's not the case. There are some days whereby work is stressing me out. Some days are very heavy on me. And there's other days whereby I'm very tired. But guess what? I still go to the gym and make it happen. Let me tell you a story. There was a time whereby life was very rough on me, and I was very frustrated and I didn't have a clear direction. I was working a job that I hated, and I would come home completely drained. I didn't feel like doing anything. And on top of that, I was dealing with some personal stuff. And that made things even heavier on me. So do you think I wanted to train? Hell no. I didn't want to train. I wasn't in the mood to train. I didn't want to do anything. But guess what? I blocked out all the noise. I grabbed my gym bag, my headphone, and I was ready to go. No matter what the situation, I will always show up. And that's because I was disciplined. The motivation was always coming and go. But my discipline was always there. And when you show up even on the days that you don't feel like training, that's when discipline is built. And that's what exactly separates the people that actually get result in the gym to the people that barely gain any result. Because if you only depend on motivation, the days that you don't feel like training, the days that something is going through your life, you are not going to show up. You're just going to give up and quit. That's why you can never rely on motivation. Because some skinny guys that want to build muscle, they will just give a simple excuse as, I don't have time. Or sometimes they will say, it's raining outside, the weather is cold. Or I have a family issue, I got problem with my wife or girlfriend. And for those reasons, they become inconsistency because they rely on motivation, not discipline. You need to build a strong discipline because without that discipline, when you go through something in life, you're just not going to show up. You'd rather sit down, get high, drink, or just scroll through social media just to numb the pain. But instead, what you could have done, go to the gym and kill it. And that's how discipline is built. Number 2, delay gratification. This one is massive. Everyone wants result fast. Nobody wants to put in the work. You probably came across something like this on social media, whereby people are promoting 30 days program, 60-day body transformation. But I will keep it real with you right now. All those things that you've seen online, which is building muscle in 30 days or 60 days, that's all marketing, is just clickbait. You will never build muscle in 30 days or even 60 days. Even if you are using steroid, it's not going to happen. And what happens when you join these programs? You will soon realize that it's impossible to build muscle in 30 days or even 60 days. Building muscle takes time, a very long time. When I started training, I trained for months before I saw any visible results. I remember when I was starting training, after every session, I will go to the mirror, flex on the mirror, and hoping that I will see any result. But guess what? Nothing was happening. And that's because I had the wrong expectation. I thought that if I just go to the gym for 30 days, 60 days, and I will start seeing proper result. But guess what? That didn't happen. It got to a point whereby I started asking myself, maybe I'm just wasting my time. Or probably building muscle is not just for me. I probably just need to go and play tennis. But with all that, I keep showing up. And I still remember till this day, 8 months to 9 months in, I started seeing noticeable results. My T-cells started feeling tighter and people were noticing my gains. That's what gave me a bit of boost to keep going. And at the same time, that's when it clicked. That's when I knew this is not just about training for a few weeks and expecting to get results. It's about stacking months after months after month. That's when you're going to start seeing proper results. So if you have this high expectation whereby if you go to the gym 2 to 3 months and you're going to start seeing results, you are setting yourself to failure. And I see that a lot. Some people go to the gym for just a few months and all in a sudden, they start complaining. I'm not seeing any results. My diet is not working. My training is not working. But the problem is not that. The problem is that you have the wrong expectation. And guess what? I figure out the issue. Because right now we live in a world whereby everything is instant gratification. You can order food from Overeat and in just 5 to 10 minutes, it's at your doorstep. If you want to order anything online like Amazon, the next day, you can get it in the next day. That's instant gratification. And also you can binge watch all your favorite TV series without any effort. You can just click on Netflix or any other website and you can watch whatever you want instantly. You don't even have to go to cinemas nowadays. That's instant gratification. But when it comes to building muscle, it's different. Building muscle is a very slow process. Building muscle is a marathon. And at the same time, it's very slow process, it's boring, and you're doing the same thing over and over again. But it will always work if you just have a little bit of patience. If you are watching this video right now and you are frustrated because you are not seeing any progress, trust me, that's good. Because that simply means you're just a normal human. Because the ones that win this building muscle game are the ones that are very consistent and delaying gratification. And also, don't just train for the mirror. Train to become a different version of yourself in the next 12 months. That's what you should be aiming for. Number 3, relentless consistency. Now, this is the part most people underestimate. Now, consistency is not, oh, I'm going to train for 3 weeks straight and after I will just take 2 weeks off or a whole month off. That's not consistency. Consistency is built with a routine. If you are going to be training 3 times a week, you have to train 3 times a week every single week. And if you're training 4 times a week, which is the upper body, lower body split, you have to train 4 times a week every single week. That's what you call consistency. That's why you need a routine. And training 3 times to 4 times a week is very simple. Every single skinny guy can make it happen, no matter how busy your life is. And I'll be very honest with you. I used to be very inconsistent with my training. At the beginning, I would just train for 2 months. If I don't see no progress, I would just stop training. Or if life just gets hectic with uni, work, or whatever. But one day, I sit down and I made a promise to myself. No matter how hard life gets, I will stay consistent no matter what. And I stick with that promise till this day. Even if that means training 2 times a week, at least something is something. But one thing I will never do is go back to 0.0. I even made a whole routine to fit my fitness lifestyle. So what I would normally do, I like to train after work because that's when I feel more energetic. Some people like to train before work, but normally I train after work because that's when I feel the strongest. And I stick with that routine. I will always train after work. Even sometimes I will just grab all my gym stuff, I'll put them in my car. So as soon as I finish work, I will just go straight to the gym. No excuses. And number 4, fitness is an infinite game. Here is the hard truth nobody tell you. If you're a skinny guy, building muscle is forever. You will never finish it. I knew a guy that used to be very jacked, very fit, and he used to be very consistent. But at some point, life just got hectic. He was going through some stuff, and all in a sudden, he just lost all his gains. Last time when I saw him, I barely recognized him. I thought maybe he was sick or something, but then he explained to me that he's going through some stuff. And this summer, he just wanted to get in shape. But guess what? It didn't happen because he didn't stick with it, even though he was going through some stuff in life. So that's why building muscle is an infinite game. No matter what you're going through, just go to the gym. You will even feel better than just sitting down, binging on Netflix, getting high, or other stuff. And I always say this, fitness is for life. It's not just for summer. You can't just train. You can't just wake up one day and say, oh, summer is coming and I just want to train for summer. Or if you have an event or wedding or a photo shoot or whatever reason it is, you can't just train for events. You have to train year around if you really want to build muscle, if you're serious about getting in shape and getting jacked. And if you want to go ahead of 99% of the people that go to the gym, you have to implement this mindset because this is the only way you can stay consistent with building muscle. There's a reason why you see a lot of guys in the gym and 1 out of 10 are in shape. The rest are just average physique or they barely make any gains even after training for years because they don't have a routine, they don't have consistency, they don't have a motivation to go to the gym. They don't have any solid reason that will just wake them up even when they are going through hell. And every session is just a brick you are laying on top of each other. Once you build a solid foundation, you build it forever. And here's the thing. If you quit, life will just pass by. You either improving or you declining. There's nothing like maintenance. If you stop training, you stop eating right, and your recovery is not in place, you are just going backward. And that's why I'm in the gym week by week. I'm always motivated. I always have that discipline. And I carried that discipline with other parts of my life. And that's because I refuse to let my old self catch up. And the last bonus point, stop over-consuming fitness content. Because here's the problem with that. Every single one is talking about different stuff. So one day you try this stuff, the next week you try another stuff. And by the time you realize, time has gone by without you gaining any progress. So be very mindful with what type of content you consume, because I made this mistake when I started training. I used to watch all type of YouTube videos, and every week I was doing different things. And that was another reason why I wasn't making any progress. So guys, that's it. So if you implement what I've told you today on this video, which is discipline over motivation, delaying gratification, relentless consistency, and the last one, treating building muscle like an infinite game. If you apply this from today, you will make more progress than 99% of the people in the gym. And I promise you that. If you want a one-to-one coaching with me, I'll put a link down the bio. Click on the link, book a one-to-one call with me, and I will see how I can help. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.